Hello there, and this is your public service announcement. Late again. Detention for me. Well, it's been a very busy week. There's been all kinds of preparations going because yesterday we had the women's T1 final, which we went and did. And if you take a look at my glowing face, which colour correction probably won't even be able to get rid of, it was a long day, there was sun, it was hot, and I ended up being in the sun. Don't know how that happened. Meant to be commentating. Anyway, we finally have the results for you from not last weekend, but the 2 weekends before that. The second last round. So we're going to jump into them now and have at it. Let's go. We there yet? Well, here we are going back in time, ladies, to wrap up some of the games that have happened. There's been quite a few. A lot can happen in the space of 2 weeks, it would seem, wouldn't it? So we're going to start with women's competition tier number 2. All right, so we have to catch up with round number 9 of the women's tier 2 comp, which was on the 7th of Feb. Caboolture defeated Tawantinsuya. I've got no scores in there. Maroochydore were defeated by Coolum. Coolum 8 for 96 out of all their overs. Bowling for Maroochydore, we got M. Chown 2 for 6, L. Thompson 2 for 9. Maroochydore was 7 for 76 off all their overs. And bowling for Coolum, S. Franks 5 for 10. 5 for nice, well done, congratulations. Last game was Wamuran Stanley River versus Landsborough. I've got no idea what happened. They played, maybe. All right, that's round 9. The last games played were the 13th of Feb and 14th of Feb. Well, let's go through those results. We've got Landsborough defeated by Coolum. 1 for 117. Is Coolum, by the way. Landsborough 7 for 88. Coolum with the bat, S. Franks 33 not out. N. Morris 30 not out. And S. Ismail 2 for 26. Landsborough 7 for 88 at the close of play, so they batted all the way through, well done. K. Thomas 25 runs. Bowling for Coolum, S. Beachley 3 for 12, good figures. S. Franks 2 for 13. Great stuff. Next 2 games, I've got results only. Next game, we have Caboolture 6 for 45, being defeated by Wamuran Stanley River 4 for 124. Well done, congratulations. Bowling for Caboolture there, S. Highland 2 for 13. And in the final game, Maroochydore defeated Tawantinsuya in a game of cricket. I've got no results in there, I don't know the scores even. But hopefully you all had fun. I learned a lot just chatting to some of the female players yesterday at the T1 final, and I learned a lot about the game, things I didn't know. Didn't realise that the T2 is a social introduction to cricket, bit more fun, and it looks like you guys are having fun, so most awesome. Let's go to T1 and catch up on the 11,700 games that have been played in the last 2 weeks. Alrighty, ladies, Tier 1 results. We're going back to the 7th of February. This was round number 10. Yandina 6 for 132 off all their overs, defeating Caboolture 9 for 130. That was the game where we got Jackie Sparkle's helmet cam footage. If you want to have a look at that, that will be there, maybe, hopefully. What happened in that? Yandina 6 for 132, J. Bestford 32, A. Liddell 4 for 11, that was bowling for Caboolture. Caboolture with the bat, B. Nolan 53 not out, good retirement there. And bowling for Yandina, J. Bestford 3 for 27 and A. Bestford 3 for 30. Nailing it, nailing it. Next game, Corroyamundi 7 for 94, defeating Caloundra 93. Another close game. Shoo. Cooroy-Mundy with the bat. I don't have any results with the bat. How about Caloundra's bowling? M. Dukes, 2 for 5. R. Irwin, 2 for 14. Caloundra with the bat. Let's try this. A. Bock, 25. Bowling for Cooroy-Mundy. A. Ty, 4 for 22. M.L. Cruz, 2 for 9, who was our expert commentator for the second part of yesterday's women's T1 final. Check it out if you want to. And C.L. Underwood, 2 for 29. We also then have Palmwoods defeating Glasshouse. Palmwoods 6 for 177. That's a lot of runs in 30 overs, just saying. Glasshouse 76. So Palmwoods with the bat. E.J. Charman, 37 not out. Where'd the rest of the runs come from? Bowling Glasshouse. K. Howden, 2 for 20. B. Howden, 2 for 38. Glasshouse with the bat. A. Turner, 31 not out. Bowling for Palmwoods. S. Guest, 6 for 9. Just quietly, that's pretty impressive. 6 for 9. E.J. Charman, 2 for 4. Still a mystery over where 177 runs came from, and I've only got 37 not out from E.J. Charman. Where did the rest of those runs go? Please tell me in the comments. We then go from round 10 into our semi-finals. I'm doing this on the fly here. Hopefully it all comes together very nicely for you. So the semi-finals, we had Yandina against Cooroy and Caboolture against Palmwoods. What happened? Well, if you've watched the final, you know. But anyway, let's tell you anyway. Yandina defeated Cooroy-Mundy. Yandina 6 for 151. Cooroy-Mundy 8 for 101. So with the bat for Yandina, Kes Matthews 50 not out. L. Ford 31. Bowling for Cooroy-Mundy, that name again, M.L. Cruz 4 for 29, good bowling. And then who got the runs for Cooroy-Mundy in the nicest possible way? M.L. Cruz 50 not out retired. Apparently that was one of those retired off the amount of balls and the maximum runs, so used up all the time. Well done. And bowling for Yandina, J. Bestford 5 for 16. In the other semi, Caboolture got up over Palmwoods. Caboolture 6 for 131 off all the overs, and Palmwoods 79. Caboolture with the bat, A. Liddell 31 not out. B. Nolan 25. Bowling for Palmwoods, S. Guest 2 for 11, and B. Ottaway 2 for 13. Palmwoods, well, I've got nothing with the bat there for you. G. Warkon bowling, that's Grace by the way, 3 for 11. J. Cochran 2 for 9, and E. Kula 2 for 13. Please correct me on the pronunciation down below. It'll be a comment at the very least. That's a semi-final, and it brings us on to the final, which was, of course, yesterday. That's why sunburnt. In the final, Yandina, in a nail-biter, got up over Caboolture. Yandina batted first, 9 for 107 off all the overs, and they weren't sure if that was going to be enough runs. Caboolture 104, and about halfway through that, it looked like it wasn't going to be enough runs, and then stuff happened. The experience of Yandina came through. Batting for Yandina, L. Ford, 28. Kes Matthews in what is allegedly her last innings. She's hanging up the bat and she's going to just be coaching them. Maybe. I made that up. She got 25. Bowling for Caboolture, E. Kyla 2 for 17, and the pocket rocket A. Liddell 2 for 17. And bowling, let's see, for Yandina, L. Ford 4 for 24, A. Bestford 3 for 11. So that game, it really came down to the bowling. Fantastic bowling by both bowling attacks. The depth of the bowling was good, and it kept the scoring down and put the pressure on, and then it made people sometimes panic a little bit in both innings. So congratulations, it was a fantastic game to watch. That wraps up the women's season. If you would like to go back and catch up on any of the results. You can find them in the kitchen sink. We've got a whole season's worth of them. I'd like to thank you for joining us. And what I would very much like is any people that would be interested in doing this, what I'm doing for the women's comp next year. You could have your own presented kitchen sink. You could do it pretty much this format, but with you guys doing it. We can do all the technical stuff for you. Let us know. Get hold of us. There's be emails or let Mel Shirley know. But it's been a fantastic season. Congratulations. And the only way is up from here. If you do want to catch the women's final, you can find it there. Just click there. I hope I get the technology right and I'm not just pointing at an empty space on the wall. Anyway, it's Lano out.